What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am the Natural Gearhead. Have you ever been on a trip, had stuff in the back of your truck? When you get where you're going, it looks like this. We're going to show you in this video how you can fix that. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're going to look at a couple different vehicles in case you have a classic truck like this. This is a step side, and I have the same problem. There's nowhere to tie stuff down, stuff slides all over the bed, whatever. I'm going to show you kind of a DIY cheap way, and then show you actually buying a product that will help keep your stuff where it needs to be when it comes to gas cans, coolers, stuff like that. I will also show you on a more modern truck like this, which the DIY method and stuff will work on this also, the more modern trucks, but these trucks actually have, at least on GM, they have like a built-in spot here, and I'm going to show you what you can do with it to hold everything where you want it. So this is my 2005 Sierra. Now, in these more modern trucks, I have the Line X in here already, at least in GM, they have built-in slots here, okay? You can see one right here. There's one right there. And in the back, right there, and right there. Now, a lot of people don't notice those or know what they're for. I'm going to show you what they're for. All right, so what we got here is a standard 2x10, and this was 2x10 by 8 feet. So what you want to do is measure the width of your bed. These GM beds should be the same. If you have one that looks like this, it should be this right here, same size, but use your own judgment just in case. So this one, we cut it at about 65 1/4. So 65 1/4. Now, being a 2x10, it kind of gives you a little bit of meat here. Now you could use a smaller, a 2x6 or 2x8. I don't think you can go any bigger than 2x10, and I'll show you why here in just 1 second when we go ahead and install this. All right, so when you want to install this, and I'll show you why I think a 2x10 is probably about as big as you can go. So you just come in on an angle, you got to kind of whoop, like so, line her up with your groove, and see how it kind of is hitting the bottom of the bed rail, right? So I'm thinking that, like, let's say you had a 2x12. This height's going to be a lot higher, and I don't think you're going to be able to fit it in there. So 2x10, I think, is probably your max. So you can come in this way too. You can go in either, but you get just like that and kind of turn it. Boom, locks in place. That's all you need right there. So that's in. You can also put one in the front if you wanted one in the front. Those grooves will do the exact same thing. Now, let me show you kind of the reason for this. All right, so now I usually going camping. Let's say you got a cot. Yeah, you could put it right here. That'll hold it there. For me, toss that baby in the back. All right, so this bunch of straps, things like that, right? So I got a whole bunch of straps. So I'm gonna stick him up in here, right? So now that can't go anywhere front to back, okay? So what else you got? You got a cooler? Okay, you're gonna have a cooler, right? Going camping, gotta have a cooler. Okay, let's say you got a generator and stuff you gotta run. So you gotta get your gas can, right? Get your gas cans in there, boom, we're all locked in. So now if you come over here, we'll take this, now this strap, right? I can stick that like that if I want. Can hold it there. So now you come up here, boom, lock it in. So we come up over top and just show you real quick. So you come back in the bed, boom. Now you're locked in there between the tailgate and that board. So now when you're driving around and you're hard braking or accelerating or whatever, that little guy up there, yeah, he's gonna fly around. Now you could strap that in or strap it over here, or put a board, right, and stick that in the front like that, and it won't go nowhere. But this gives you a good idea. Now this stuff can't go anywhere, right? Go get gas, fill up your gas cans for the mower. They're not flying anywhere. They're gonna stay right here when you get there. They're gonna be right where you put them. All right, now we'll come over to this truck. So this is my daily driven 68 C10. Now this has a step side bed. Let me tell you, this bed does not have any of those provisions in here, okay? There's no slots, right? I did add these because it didn't even have anywhere to strap something down. But with a gas can, okay, see a gas can there, How you gonna strap it down? Let's take a look at this one, see what we're gonna do here. All right, guys, so in this truck in particular, when you're trying to strap this in, I have tailgate down just so you can see. So let's say you had the gate up and you had this, and you're trying to strap it to one of these, right? This might work like this, but it's gonna be doing this number. It could still flip, right? There's nowhere to strap on top. I have these stake pockets, but they're too high. Also with the cooler, let's say you're trying to strap the cooler in and you're strapping it down low like this, it's just gonna go right underneath it, okay? So now, you say, hey, Mr. Natural Gearhead, how am I gonna do that? I ain't got no slots. You the DIY guy? You trying to stay cheap, a little bit on a budget? Let me show you something here. Boom, right there. See that there? This is just a regular old curtain rod for your shower, okay? So, it's extendable. You twist it to lock it in place, okay? Twist it to unlock it, slides in and out. It's got rubber feet, and you can change these feet to like, so you can buy like bottoms for bar stools. They're rubber, real nice rubber. These are a little harder, at least on these ones. Now, you can buy these anywhere. You can get this at Walmart as cheap as like $3. You can buy them at Dollar General. Big Lots, basically anywhere you can buy these things. They're gonna run you, depending on the quality or the finish you want, you know. They also have the spring tension style that just kind of, they have a spring, this is spring loaded. I like this style a little bit better for this application. So, you know, price will vary, right? Spend as much as you want, spend as little as you want, but I've seen them as low as $3 at Walmart. So, like I said, they'll be a little, maybe not as strong, so just use your best judgment, but for less than $10, for sure, you can get a nice one, you know, something that's got some rigidity to it. So how this will work is basically, you just come in here, so you twist it, unlock it, okay? I'm gonna come right over here. You just kinda, you want it a little bit longer, right? If you do it like this and just twist it and lock it, right, that's not gonna stay, right? It's not, ain't got no power there. So all you do is just like putting in a shower, you kinda get a little angle, right? Tighten her up, then you just push it down into place. Boom, just like that. That baby's sturdy. Come in with your gas cans, all right, between your tailgate, your cooler, whatever you got, okay? Now, you can do this in the front, in the back. So you put your tailgate up, come over here and look. I don't have a tailgate. Let me pull my chains out. She's old school. We'll just go the full thing here. Boom. All right, we're in there, in like Flynn. So if you got a good look at that, this will lock them in. Now, this thing's adjustable as opposed to the other one when you drop it in. It's where it is, right? So this, you can move it where you want. You can put it tight up against that cooler. You can turn your cooler the other way. You can kind of move your stuff around. Also, if you get another one of these, let's say you have too much stuff and you're like, hey, I have too much stuff. Okay, get another one. Then, let's say you had another row of gas cans. Put another rod right here, and you can just section this thing up how you want. Let's say you want them in the front. Slide these cans to the front. Boom. Makes it nice. Like I said, you get that set, you can kind of just push it into place, get it right where you want it, and you can see that thing is in there. Look, now my cans are in the front. That's usually where I put them when I'm going to get gas for the mower. So this is the cheap budget version, and it works fine. Now, I will show you, if you want to spend just a little bit more money, they do make a product that's made for this exact thing. So let's take a look at that real quick. All right, so now I'm talking to the guy that's got a little more cash, a little more green, a little bigger wallet, okay? Looking to spend a little bit more money. Not a lot of money, but more money. You don't like this. You're like, hey, I don't want bathroom stuff in my truck bed. No big deal. They make a product for it. Now you can get them anywhere, as in Amazon, Walmart, Harbor Freight, got a good deal. Now this one here in particular, boom. This is the ratcheting version, and I'll pull it out here in a second and show you. Adjustable from 40 to 70 inches, perfect for our application. So I'll pull this sucker out. Now this product is made for this exact thing. Now this one is from Walmart. It's made by Cargo Lock, just in case you want this particular one. This one is about, I think it was 26 bucks at Walmart, okay? So it's got a nice powder coat finish. It's got nice rubber feet, and they've got, you know, grip on them so it can grab the bed real good. It is adjustable, the feet swivel, so like if your bed has little weird sides on it, you know, like on the Fleet side, you see mine has bumps and things, this can kind of compensate for a lot of that. So now how this one works, basically you open this all the way up. Now that'll slide in and out. Now let's just do the exact same thing that we did earlier. So set him here, pull him over, right? Get it close, then we can just ratchet it in place. That's it. That one's installed. Now, you can buy one at Harbor Freight that's more like a, it's like a, I don't know if you ever seen those wood clamps. They kind of have like a gun, and or like a caulking gun type thing. And that's what it uses to ratchet that. That's like 17 or 18 bucks at Harbor Freight. You can buy pretty much this exact same one at Harbor Freight. I think it's 23 bucks. So you can go that route. Harbor Freight's a bit of a drive for me. I do love the products there though. So I'm always trying to save a few bucks. And as long as it works, hey, it works. But Walmart's closer, so that's where I picked this up, and I think we paid 26 bucks for it. But this works great too. So now I have both. So basically, you got options, right? So now I can run this. If you have something super heavy back here, okay, let's say you had that cooler full of steel plates. I don't know, that thing weighs 200 pounds. Probably not gonna wanna use this little trick, okay? This will get you by for this kind of stuff, gas cans and things. Anything super heavy, I would probably go to something more like this. This is a lot more robust. You can really ratchet it down. Be careful when you're cranking this thing, because this being a step side, this metal's thick, but it's just single layer. On that truck being a fleet side, they're actually dual layer, but you can, I mean, you do not want to just cave that thing in, you know, when you're just cranking it, you know. You don't need a lot. These feet grab on really good, and you'll be fine. So yeah, it's just all on what you want, okay? So again, you kind of, same thing with this, like I said, how we set her up. Just kind of get it longer than you need it. Push it into place. That's it, that one's in. So pick your poison is what I'm saying. But I hope this helps some of you out that's kind of curious about cargo bars or trying to stay cheap and kind of do it yourself and just have something that works. Actually buying, you know, something that's made for it, spend a little bit more money. And if you have a GM truck or a more modern truck that's got the slots, that's what those slots are for. That's the way you can do it in those. That wood in there, that 2x10, that's the way to go in those trucks, in my opinion. Now you have no adjustability. With these, you can use either of these also in that modern truck. The nice thing about them, you can put them wherever you want. You know, with that board, let's say I had something big, I wouldn't be able to fit it between the tailgate and the board. But with this, you could move this around. So it's good to kind of have a little bit of everything. Maybe get you one of these, cut you a board, you know, however you want to go. But I hope it helped you out anyway, trying to decide if this is something you're looking for, or you're trying to figure out how to keep your gas cans and stuff from flying around when you go to get gas for your mower. So appreciate you watching as always, and like, subscribe, share with your friends if you would. That would help a lot. And we'll see you in the next video.